Hello everyone, Sarah Reed McCune here for Project Zero Studios. Welcome back to AU Redesign Challenge. It's the first one of the year, and I'm so excited to get to do more of these, to do more different genres and mix things up, maybe create some kind of a system for how the finished product works, but maybe not. We'll see. I love variety, and that's what this challenge is all about. If you haven't seen these before, AU Redesign Challenge is a challenge where my patrons vote on a pop culture character and I redesign them into an alternate universe version of themselves. So let's get right into it. Well, the Soundwave and Gonzo fans had a good showing this month, but the real winner was Luke Skywalker. So let's see what genre he will be. As a reminder, this is how it works. I've got 40 genres to pick from. I'm going to get a D10 and a D6. The D6 will be the tens place and the D1 will be the ones place. A roll of a 1 to 4 on the D6 will be 10 to 40 as usual. Roll of 5 is 0 and 6 is a reroll. I picked these colors because they're kind of like Luke. He's got some light and some dark influences in his life. What do we get? Ooh, 09. Okay, let's see what that is. Time for my master spreadsheet. It is D&D. Oh my gosh. Yes. So I had all these lofty goals about how I wanted to do the armor, and then I kind of just, in the end, made it simple because Luke is kind of a simple guy, as I saw from his references. He's, I don't know, I'm kind of going with original trilogy Luke. He's a bit of a lower level. I decided on Paladin, of course. The choice was between Paladin and Knight, and I don't know, kind of go with, standard Paladin stuff. I did end up finding this amazing original subclass for Paladin called Paladin of the Weave on gmsguild.com, and I will definitely link that in the description. That is what I used to build Luke's stats that I went off of, because yes, I went above and beyond and built a bunch of stats. Here I'm just designing his robotic hand, or warforged hand, as it is in this universe. His armor is a mix of Old Republic armor and Asian influences. Because the robes are Asian influenced, I wanted to bring a little bit of Chinese into him. And now I'm trying to get his form down. I've got the armor correct, but the pose is just not what I want, and somehow I want, I don't know, some kind of stylized, cartoony look for this. And going from his original reference pictures that I found, he's kind of like a chicken-leggedy guy. He jumps around a lot with his fighting. He's dressed very mobile without the long robes that a lot of the Jedi have, which is, better for moving through rough terrain and fighting stuff. So in his character design, I really wanted to evoke the length of him. I also wanted his armor to have, it was going to be mostly the same color because it's going to be like D&D fantasy armor, so I wanted it to have a little bit of texture in there. So here I'm still learning how to do rear views of characters. Maybe there's a better method than just flipping the front view and trying to repurpose it, but somehow I just can't get like the butt and legs right. I don't know what it is. Here we go, yet another tightening pass. I do love how tiny his legs are here. It's not realistic at all, and that's definitely not the point. I wanted him to have a very his silhouette to have a very large upper body, small lower body, to evoke power and lightness at the same time. if that makes sense. Flipping my canvas here, which I almost never do. Definitely need to do it more often. I'm also making sure that the fabric parts of his outfit aren't quite as billowy as I would make them in other characters. That way I can keep his legs thinner. How do we ever do hands? Nobody knows. I feel like this design is very Bruce Timm crossed with Transformers Animated. Was that also Bruce? No, that wasn't Bruce Timm. That was the guy who did Gargoyles. That's what that was. Not much to say about the inking process here. While I've got you though, I would love to do some more Q&A stuff. So if you have any questions about my process, or how I do character design, or my tools, my setup, anything, drop them in the comments and I will try to answer them next time. Or maybe even do a Q&A speed draw video in between these. Who knows? Now this is interesting. I'm trying a new flatting method just to try and speed things up. I've never actually taken advantage of Clip Studio Paint's reference layer tools. They've got this really nice eraser that erases to a line, and if you're careful, you can get it to look pretty nice. But I'm super picky with my flats, and oh boy, it did not live up to my very picky expectations. I just go back to lassoing everything like I usually do. But for little illustration projects like this, it works out fine, and I don't know if it's any faster than the way I used to do it, honestly. Oh well. Basic flats here. Finagling with the colors a bit. I was going back and forth on whether I wanted him to have a light Jedi or a dark Jedi look, and I think in the end I went with kind of both. I wanted to have it both ways. Definitely, I think I erred a little bit on the darker Jedi side. A bit more episode 6 than episode 4. But I did try to put some light Jedi motifs into there. For bright colors for the hilt, and this is how I get symbols to look correct. Well, that's very subjective. Correct in my very particular brain. So if I need like a text on something, but I don't want it to look super, like way too crisp and clean, I will just literally trace over it, and that tiny bit of hand-drawn wow, words are hard today. That tiny bit of imperfection just makes it blend in with my style a lot more. So I experimented with what kind of texture to add on this. In the end, I was way too lazy to do it by hand. So I found like a pixel texture brush that I really liked. I don't remember why I went with like a green tinted black for his robes. I think it's because usually green dye is used to make black clothing, and also probably as a callback to his green lightsaber. Oh yeah, and you'll see that I picked up this really cool reference image with spell effects going around the blade. So I really wanted to do that. Some like manga magic circle thingy mabobs that I found on the Eclipse Studio Paint. You can call it marketplace? It's not really a marketplace. Oh, and Pour Forever has these great lightning brushes. I should link to those in the description too. I need to use them more. And here we go, a little bit of tweaking off camera, and I made this really cool parchment kind of character design. And yes, I did spend way too long on these stats. I will put them up on the screen here for you shortly. But as soon as I found that blind fighting was a legit fighting style in 5e, that was it. Luke could not have anything else. The rest of this stuff is the Paladin of the Weave subclass material that I told you about before. That is linked in the description. Please go to DM's Guild and check that out. It's $1. You should just get it. And now I'm super tempted to play a blind fighting Paladin, even though it's a terrible idea because it's only a 10-foot blight sign range. So, anyway, that's about it. Thank you everybody for watching. Extra special thank you to the patrons whose names are on screen right now. No thanks to my cat who is trying to interrupt my recording. If you liked this video and want to see more, please like and subscribe. I try to do these once every 2 months or so. And if you want to have a voice in who gets redesigned next, become a patron at patreon.com/Project Zero Studios. All of the levels get a say in the vote every 2 months. So once again, thank you so much. Have a great day, great night, and great whatever. See you next time.